Hi, I'm Jessica Steele, and here is my assignment 5, reviewing the teaching unit. So a basic overview of my unit. My unit was a kindergarten unit on magnets. I currently teach kindergarten in Salina. During our creative playtime, which is kind of a time of free exploration and play, students were able to use magnets to determine if objects were magnetic or not magnetic, and then also find out different properties that are similar or different or might give us clues that things are magnetic. And they were able to record their findings on the worksheet that I included on the right. I just put that there because I'll reference it a couple of times. It's just kind of a basic sorting worksheet. So to provide evidence of understanding, the students used the worksheet I showed you on the previous slide to sort their objects into magnetic or not magnetic. They were able to draw pictures or write little clues. Some of my lower little babies were able to dictate, and a teacher or para wrote down for them, just because the point, it wasn't a writing lesson or a drawing lesson. It was a, can you decide if this is magnetic or not lesson. So it really didn't matter how they got it, as long as they got a way of recording it. And then students were able to also demonstrate their learning in videos filmed by peers at the end, where they made a prediction. I think this is magnetic because, and they would say things like, it looks like it has metal on it. Or I think this is not magnetic because this seems plastic, and I don't think plastic is metal. Just a way for them to show what they know without kind of literacy not standing in the way, but for my kids that aren't quite writers and readers yet, it was just a way for them to show on the same playing field as their peers. And then the videos were really good evidence to see what they understood, because they weren't limited by the words that they could write or sound out. So it was really neat to let them just kind of flourish. I believe that this unit showed authentic application and real-world experience because my students were manipulating the magnets. They had their hands on, and they were able to just kind of explore. They were provided with objects to sort, like smaller ones, but when they're done, it's like, we'll go over and see if this is magnetic. And they could just kind of, really learn by doing. And they were able to make connections with previous experiences, like, hey, we put magnets on our refrigerator. Or can you put magnets on a car? Just because they're trying to think through things like, well, this looks metal, or my fridge doesn't look metal, it's white, but the magnet sticks, I wonder why. And just the questions they were coming up with, it was really neat to see their brains working, because so much of our world seems to be implicit or unexplained, and so to see them trying to explain it was kind of fun. And that fit in with IST standard 5B with authentic application. The appropriate assessment, I feel like students were appropriately assessed. They were formatively assessed during their exploration, so I was able to kind of look and take notes on what kids were learning. And then after the unit, I assessed their video to see if they really understood magnetism by being able to make predictions. And here you can see that some examples of what kids were saying. And I focused more on the reasoning than the actual prediction, because the reasoning showed what they know. They were able to reflect on their own understanding at a kindergarten level. They could kind of see if their predictions were right or wrong, and then they could decide why they thought they were right or wrong by asking questions or saying why they think they were wrong, just kind of at a 5- and 6-year-old level. And then next time I would set aside more time to address misconceptions, like with their anchor chart in front of the whiteboard. That's not magnetic, it's the board behind it. And just taking a little bit of time to make sure that they truly understood why things were magnetic. I was trying to make it more student-led, and next time I'll add in a little bit more teacher-led discussion. And then there's the ISTA standards. Thank you.